Good morning, real closers. Good morning. We're back. Power Hour. It's not Monday, and we haven't been here for what, 2 weeks?
This is about to be our second week. This is about to be our second week. We snuck it in. We snuck in a Power Hour. We made it.
That's right. That's right. We made it. And today we have a really nice topic, like the top objections we get from Facebook leads and also how to handle those. If you haven't started Facebook yet, you kind of have to build that database. You want to get, 2023 on the right track. You got to start today. So what are the top objections, Gustavo?
Awesome. That's great. So here are the top objections we encounter. My team has done over 250,000 Facebook leads. We've called them, texted them, spoken to them. So we know what we're talking about when we look at, talk about Facebook objections, right? And they change over time, Roberto. It's like it's the same three, a year ago than it was 6 months ago than it is today, right? So I'm going to try to bring you the latest and greatest objections. The number one objection you have to handle when you're talking to Facebook leads is the typical, oh, I'm just looking. That is the number one thing we deal with the Facebook lead, because on average, Facebook leads are higher up in the funnel, right? As a group, they're higher up in the funnel, typically going to be 6 months to a year out. That's normal. That's par for the course. The goal is 5 of those 100 leads, out of every 100 Facebook leads, 5 of them are going to transact in the next year, okay? Of Facebook leads for real estate, 5 of them are going to transact in the next year. You kind of have to decide how many of those you want. Most agents get 0 to 1. 0, most of them, honestly. Some of them get 1 of those of 5 people. The top teams in the country get 3 all the way up to all 5, right? Between 3 and 5 on average. So the difference is they know how to handle that objection. And the number one way to handle that objection is with empathy and agreeing with them. Oh, of course, you're just getting started. No problem. We love working with folks that are early in the stages because we can teach them so much, right? Give them so much information. It comes back to my mantra of the number one thing you have to do when you first come in contact with a Facebook lead isn't necessarily convert them to an appointment. It is show them your value, right? That's the goal on first contact with most Facebook leads. And we know from experience, about 1 out of 10, you can get them to talk to an agent, get in front of an agent. That's typical, right? That's going to come anyway. The ones that want to talk to an agent right away, you're going to get them no matter what. But when you start off kind of ignoring or getting bummed about they're not ready to do anything just yet, I want your timeline and you're pre-approved. No, not at all, right? No, I'm just getting started. You don't want to talk to me. Talk to the next guy. That's a failure in my mind, right? Because you should help them add value even if they're a year out, okay? That's number one. The second most common objection that we're seeing right now with Facebook leads is what I call concerns about the market, right? And welcome to 2022. Welcome to 7.5% interest rates. Welcome to recession fears. Welcome to everything we're seeing right now. And across the country, no matter, and this was different a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Right now, October of 2022, every single market in the US is feeling the shift. Even if it's a little bit increase in inventory, slightly less aggressive bidding wars, it just days on market going up. Basically, every single market is feeling it at this point. It wasn't true in June, wasn't really true in July. August more, September more, October, we're there, folks. People are feeling the shift in the marketplace in different ways. It's a very uneven shift, I will say that. In some places, in some markets, a handful of markets, I'm going to drop this post in Real Closers today. In about 5 or 6 markets, inventory is down from a year ago, like 5 or 6 of them. The ones you'd least suspect, Hartford, Chicago, and I'll send it out, right? A handful of markets are slightly bucking the trend a little bit, but in some markets like Boise, Idaho, it's 150% increase in inventory year over year, okay? That is significant. That is way past pre-COVID levels. So consumers are concerned. They're concerned about the market. Oh my goodness, right? Or they're saying another thing that's different. Another objection, which is the same kind of vein, which is, you know what? I want to wait for prices to go down further from buyers. I want to wait, Gus, because I saw on the news, this thing's about to blow. This is about to crash either tomorrow, maybe the week after, maybe a month later. I just need to wait. I call that objection the timing the market objection. Timing the market objection, right? Oh, I don't want to buy now. This is the worst time to buy. When everything crashes and is down 50%, that's next month or in January, then I want to buy. Okay, we're good. So that is a consumer just concerned about the market. They don't want to list because they're not sure what's going on, or they don't want to buy because prices are going to come down even more. So when prices start going up 1%, I want to buy that day, not before. I only want to buy when prices start going up, right? And these are the same consumers that when prices are rising, they don't want to buy. Oh no, prices are going too high. Oh no, prices are going too low. Guys, you know, this is you can always talk yourself out of buying a home because prices are going up, because prices are going down, right? I mean, one of the key things we can do to handle this objection, this is a tough one, Roberto. This is not easy to handle, right? But every agent, they should take away your agent card if you can't handle this objection right now in October of 2022. You need to show them what's happening right now, not what's going to happen 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, right? You just show them what's happening right now. And one of the best forms this takes on the buyer side is interest rates. No. Interest rates are too high. So I just saw this week, I saw a way to handle this and I loved it. I go, Mr. Buyer, right? You're concerned about interest rates. Yeah, man, they're too high. I want to wait until they become lower. If we can lock you into a great property that you can afford right now, if interest rates go down, you can actually refinance and you've got that lower interest rate, right? If interest rates go up, right, which is a distinct possibility, guys, right now, 6%, 7% is the average interest rate we've seen for the last like 20 years, okay? I want to say that, even probably before that, like after the mid 80s, 6% has been pretty average, right? So there's a chance interest rates go up in the next few months or in the next year. We don't know that, right? You can lock in 6% if interest rates actually rise, okay? So which one do you want? If it goes down, you can refinance. If it goes up, you got a better rate. You would have gotten a year from now, right? So what's really the concern here? That's one. I like that objection handle. The other one is educate them on the market, right? Because you might be in Hartford, Connecticut, where prices are actually holding steady and prices are not dropping in Hartford. They're not dropping in Chicago, right? We're seeing less activity than a year ago for sure. But something funny that's happening is these boom markets from the pandemic, they're shifting hard. And I'm talking about Phoenix, Boise, Denver, Colorado, Austin, Texas. They're shifting hard, guys. Las Vegas, Nevada, which is a very boom and bust market, is shifting hard. But not every market's like that, okay? I mentioned 4 cities on that list. If you're not in one of those 4 cities, you got to educate the buyer on what's actually going on and tell them a really interesting statistic. Out of the last 4 recessions, one of them involved a real estate market crash, the last one. It kind of makes us think that all of them have to be that way. That's not actually the case, okay? You can show them that with data. The last 4 recessions the United States has seen, one of them had a big real estate market crash, and the other ones, prices stayed about the same or went up during the recession, okay? So that is a great way to handle that objection, put people's minds at ease. It can help a potential buyer or seller that wants to find a reason to go forward, right? They're kind of grasping, but they're not sure. Give them that data and you're giving them permission to go, well, I want to do this then, right? 100%. I am under no illusion that you can take a real estate market doomer and bring them back to the other side with an objection handle like that. That's not the point. The point is someone that is looking for a reason to move forward because everything else aligns. They qualify, they find a home, they can negotiate a much better deal than they could a year ago, but they're concerned about the market, right? Put those fears aside and tell them you can do this, right? And if you're going to stay in that home 3 to 5 years, it doesn't matter what's going to happen in the very short term. Who cares? You're not flipping this home for another one in 6 months or 12 months, right? That's crazy talk. So bring them down to the market of today. What's actually happening, tell them the historic data on recessions in the US and help put their minds at ease, okay? That's what I recommend to handle that objection. And those are, I think we can sneak one more in. I think we can sneak one more in. So this is another objection that we can get, right? The most common one by far is that, I'm just getting started. I'm not ready. Don't talk to me. Find a way to add value. The other one is concerns about the market or timing the market. Tell them how that works, right? Give them those objection handlers. The third one, and this is an objection that if you can't handle it, another reason you should remove your realtor card. Like, no, you can't have it if you can't handle this objection. I'm already working with somebody. Oh, my brother's a realtor. My friend's a realtor. Oh, I've got a guy I'm working with. I'm good. I'm good. The reality is half the time that's not true. Let's be honest, right? They just want to get you off the phone. They don't want to talk to you. But half the times they might have someone in mind. That's true. It might be the case, right? The first question you have to ask, and this is like by law, great, have you signed anything with them yet, right? Have you signed anything? Because if you sign something, that's the end of the conversation. I actually do want to keep my license. Thank you so much, right? That's one. But if
unless you're in mortgage.
Oh, there we go. That's true. Perfect. There we go. Mortgage has an. I didn't even know that. That's great. Mortgage has an option. Real estate, not so much, right? But mortgage maybe that can be true. But in real estate, if they've signed something, thanks so much. Appreciate your time. Talk to you later. But most of the times they haven't really, right? And folks, if you ask them that question directly, they'll be honest with you. Most people will, right? Well, not really, not yet, because it's too early in the process, right? They go back to that. Okay. So what you can do there, it is an opening, it is an opportunity to show some value to them. Okay. You show them some value. Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, because I just want to let you know a little bit of information might be useful to you, even if you're this early in the process. I love working with people who are just getting started. I love to educate them. There's a few things you should know now that can help you as you make the plan to purchase in the next year. How about this, right? And you can drop some knowledge about loan programs, the fact that the sellers are accepting USDA, VA, FHA at a much higher rate nowadays in a lot of these markets, how you can actually buy down the rate. I bought a home in 2008, guys. I'll go ahead and admit it. I bought a home. The builder paid down my rate to the tune of $30,000. I'm just gonna leave that there. They bought down my rate to the tune of 30 grand for a property, and I was happy as a clam. Yeah, I got the volatility of the next couple of years, but I'm like, I felt happy about that deal for years, guys. I felt really happy because I was in a home I loved. And yeah, the market went in the tank the following year, but I wasn't going anywhere. I actually loved my home. And I still felt good about that deal I got for the builder originally. Like I came out winning, I don't care, right? I still got some margin on this deal. I got 30K in the bank when I first started owning that home. And those kind of deals are available right now, okay? So teach them something they don't know. Teach them something they don't know, and you have a much higher chance of winning that one. Okay, cool. And that's it, guys. Those are 3 really common objections. They're happening right now. You can handle them. Go for it.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Gustavo. So if you're not running Facebook ads yet, get started. If you are, what are some objections you are getting? Drop them in the comments. Let's find out.
I dropped this question earlier in the week. I said, hey, what are the toughest objections you're getting? Got some good ones in there, really good ones. A lot of them related to the ones I just talked about. So thanks everybody for contributing to that.
That's awesome. Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot, Gustavo, for being here today. We'll be back on Monday, scheduled 8:30 a.m. So if you guys have any questions, drop them. We'll take care of them on our Power Hour Mondays. All right.
Thanks.
Have a good one. Bye.